Alright, the next ones I have Desmos open so that we can look at how to use that to do the next few problems. You can either use Desmos or Sketchpad or GeoGebra, or if you'd rather do graph paper, you can, and you can then attach a picture of your graph. But if you are going to make it by hand, make sure you're using graph paper and label the axes, not just a sketch on a piece of notebook paper. It's much, much, much easier to do these using technology, and I'll show you how to use Desmos right now. So we are going to plot these points on a graph. Here's how to do it in Desmos. Click the plus sign, do the table, and this is where you would enter your coordinates. So our first coordinate is -10 for x and -3 for y, and that point is now graphed on Desmos right there. And then you can just hit enter and get a new row and put in your other points, -5 and -0.5. And there's the next point. And you are going to determine whether it's just a list of coordinates or whether in some of these there's more information given, whether you would then connect the points with a curve or a line, or whether you'll leave them as they are, which would just be a scatter plot, a discrete function. So in 10, I'm just going to leave them because it doesn't say any information that would tell me that I should connect these. So after I finish making, I have more points to graph, but after I finish them, here's how I can share my graph and put it right here. In Desmos, you can click on this arrow up here. It says share graph. It will give you a link, copy, and I can paste it into my worksheet. After you paste it, please hit the space bar one time so this becomes a live link. Now when you turn this in, I can click on it and I'll see exactly what you did for your graph. Now 11, you'll do the same thing, you'll make a table, but then after you make this one you might think, maybe this should be a continuous function for volume of a cube. If my sides of a cube were to increase incrementally instead of by the inch, then this would be a continuous function. So in Desmos, there is no like freehand draw a curve thing like there is in some programs. But what you can do is figure out what would be the function that would go through those points, and then you could graph that. Let's look at this one. 1, 1. See if we can figure out the pattern. So it's hard for 0, 0, and 1, 1, but how about from 2 to 8? And also, do you know how to find the volume of a cube? It's a cube, all sides are the same. So if I took the side length, and what do I have to do to the side length to get the volume? I cube it. I take it to the third power. So after I get these points on here, and then I think to myself, it would be really nice to have a continuous function for this so I could see exactly what's happening to my graph. Also, I'm going to change the scale here. I don't need to see all of this stuff for my x-axis. I don't need to go up to 37 when I only have up to 4 on my table. So if I change it, now I can see the points and what's happening with them better. And then I can scroll out just a little bit. I can see now it's increasing rapidly. The function for this is that y is equal to, if I take my x value and take it to the third power, then I will get a line that goes exactly through this part. Now my domain does not include the negatives. You can see that that's not going to happen for volume of a cube. So I wouldn't want that part when I would write my domain. But this part does show what's happening to my cube. So all you have to do is attach the graph. So again, I would get a link, and I would copy that link, and I would paste it here. You can also do screenshots if you prefer, or if you're working in